Okay, if someone can confirm, if we have started live stream. Okay, perfect. So we are now live. We will now be starting. First off, I'll be giving the floor to Amy, IPSF APRO Secretary for the roll call.
Thank you, Chair, for the floor. This is Amy, IPSF APRO Secretary. So just as usual, when I call out your association name, please just one official delegate type Y in the chat to indicate you're here. So I will be starting off with the full members first. So NATSA Australia, MAPS India, ISMA Farsi Indonesia, APS Japan, APS Japan, MyPSA Malaysia, NZAP Zone New Zealand, PPHSF Pakistan, FJC PPHA Philippines, KNAPS Republic of Korea, NUSPS Singapore, PSAT Thailand, TDTUPO Vietnam, IPGA SF India, IPGA SF India, thank you, SIPSF India, BIM-FUI Indonesia, BIM-FF UNERA Indonesia, BIM-KIMAFA UNPAD Indonesia, BIM-KIMFA UGM Indonesia, BIM-FUSD Indonesia, HMF APITB Indonesia, FOP Nepal, NPSA Nepal, JPPHA PI Philippines, UFA Philippines, and PSA Taiwan. Thank you. So give me 1 second. I'll lastly call out, is MAPS India, anyone from MAPS India here? APS Japan? Anyone from APS Japan? No. Okay, so the strength of the House is 10 votes, therefore the simple majority is 6 votes. Thank you. I now pass the floor back to the Chair.
Thank you, Amy. Do we have a proposer and seconder to resume the standing orders? Okay, proposed by NZAP, so seconded by MyPSA Malaysia. We are now voting on this. Do we have anyone against? I see none. This is carried. We are now in order. So we are now under this motion number 71, which states that the 25th IPSF Asia Pacific Regional Assembly elects the following candidate as the Regional Projects Officer of the IPSF Asia Pacific Regional Office for 2023 to 24. So we have 2 candidates for this. We will be starting off the 3-minute speech with Rakma. So Rakma, you have the floor for 3 minutes.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, respected member of IPSF APRO, a warm greeting to you all. Today, I stand before you with great enthusiasm and clear vision. My name is Rahmata Silver, and I'm incredibly honored to be nominating myself to be the Regional Project Officer for 2023-24 mandate. Hailing from BMKM Indonesia, my journey has been defined by a steadfast commitment to the student organization, a passion for driving positive change. Allow me to share a glimpse of my experiences. From being recognized as the best staff of 2020 in the International Affairs Department to my pivotal role in fostering relations with IPSF and ISMA Farsi as the coordinator of External Board 2021, I have proven a track record of effective coordination and collaboration. I've managed projects, strengthened partnership, and ensured seamless communication among stakeholders, all of which I believe are vital skills for this role. Within the realm of IPSF, my journey has been rich and impactful. As Director of Pharmacy Education at the Asia Pacific Pharmaceutical Symposium 2023, I orchestrated symposiums, workshops, and a successful poster competition. My time as the best LITer of APRO LIT 2022 was characterized by a dedication to learning and leadership, while my involvement in the Regional Project Subcommittee 2021-2022 allowed me to manage diverse competition and spearhead vital proposal for pharmacy education portfolio. My passion for excellence shines through in my achievement. I've secured top positions in various IPSF competitions, including compounding, clinical, industrial, and patient counseling. This accomplishment underscores my dedication to pursue excellence and driving innovation. Building on these experiences, I'm uniquely poised to lead as the regional project officer. My plan revolves around three pillars. Firstly, in the realm of professional development, I'm committed to offer enriching experiences through our regional competitions. I envision promoting interprofessional collaboration to underscore the crucial role pharmacists play in holistic healthcare. Secondly, in pharmacy education, the APRO Focus project will provide a platform for competition centered around Sustainable Development Goals or SDGs, fostering innovation and awareness. Additionally, we will organize engaging poster competition and a pharmacy career fair, equipping APRO members with crucial insights into their potential careers. Lastly, in the public health, I intend to commemorate Global Health Days through informative campaigns by involving all member organizations to provide essential information about crucial health issues. And then the World Health Month will focus on top global health challenges, collaborating with the PE portfolio to drive engagement. In closing, my journey within IPSF APRO, including achievements such as being honored as the best LITer of APRO LIT 2022, contributing to the Regional Project Subcommittee 2021-2022, and actively participating in the 22nd and 23rd regional assemblies has shaped me into a dedicated and capable leader. I stand before you today with a plan to create a future that encompasses growth, collaboration, and impact. With your trust and support, together we will champion pharmacy education, drive interprofessional collaboration, and advocate for public health. Thank you so much for your time and consideration. Let's embark on this journey of transformation.
Thank you, Rahma. Now we give the floor to Nadia for her 3 minutes speech.
Okay, thank you for the floor. Greetings, the distinguished the chairperson, recent regional working group, and the official delegates. My name is Nadia Lelah Ainika, and here standing as a regional project officer nominee for 2023 and 2024 mandate. A kind quote said, "The best of humans are those who are most beneficial to others." And here I stand to benefiting to the others by giving impactful change, innovation, and beneficial program for the pharmaceutical students around the world. That quote also motivated me to apply in this position. With great interest and deep intention to grow this pharmacy organization, I have already planned several blueprints regarding pharmacy education, public health, and professional development. Let me elaborate my involvement in IPSF. First is my experiences at IPSF Global Public Health Committee and IPSF APRO Social Media Subcommittee, and also at APPS Yogyakarta 2023 as a group leader, where I serve delegates with great hospitality and assistance, and delegates for APPS 2021 and 2022, where I participated actively as a delegate of APPS and contributed through competitions and several international events, and delegates for World Congress and also student exchange program in US, Singapore. Whereas here, I'd like to present my projects. For the public health, for the next minute, I'd like to increase in the amount of internet regional and interprofessional project with another health-related organization such as IFMSA Asia Pacific, IPSA, and IIDS to hold exciting and valuable projects like professional mentoring, competitions, open discussion, and etc. For the professional development, I would like to hold in program collaboration with IPSF Global and providing mentorship with global impactful mentor to provide pharmaceutical students knowledge and insights from the professionals that based on my experience, participants of IPSF Hackathon mentoring with experts from Oxford University. And secondly, in professional development, I would like to increasing the number of internship with valuable and also prestigious company like Daewoo, MEMS, Drugs.com, Bayer, and another multinational company. And for the third, pharmacy education. Consider holding and introducing a new initiative regarding pharmaceutical data management and analytics in collaboration with SIP Analytics Cloud, and also hold more innovative and high creativity program that based on my experience joining IPSF program, solve it proposal with the theme environmental project that can be applied. And also I'd like to hold and assess my I highly appreciate the previous IPSF APRO, RPO, and also RWG programs. And I have several evaluations that I'd like to improve for the next mandate to leverage even more regarding education, public health, and professional development of IPSF to increase the engagement, the knowledge, and also the impact for the pharmaceutical students across Federation. I'm eager to learn a lot and resilient person, and I hope I could join here in this valuable growing family of IPSF. I would commit my time, energy, creative ideas, and innovations ideas in mind to grow IPSF more impactful for all pharmaceutical students.
Okay, thank you to the candidates. We are now opening the floor for discussion. If you have any comments, please do put them in the Google form provided. Let me just share. Okay, so you can put in your new comments in this Google form. Okay, we have a new comment from PISA Thailand. PISA Thailand, you have the floor.
Thank you for the floor. My name is Korakot Bongthana from PSAT Thailand. Do you have any plans for a project that will help with the mental health of pharmacy students? Thank you for the floor. Pass the floor back to the chair.
Thank you, PISA Thailand. We will now be starting with Rakma first, followed by Nadia.
Okay, thank you, Karakot, for the question. So, as we know, from our chairperson nomination, one of the goals that our chairperson want to bring is the bringing the issue of mental health for pharmacy student. Ensure me as if I got elected as the regional project officer of IPSF APRO, I will support all the chairperson program. One of them is for the mental health projects, which is it can be implemented through the pharmacy education portfolio by providing webinars, and then also discussion within the member organizations, because every country must have their own problems within the students, and discussion between the member organization can provide a better solution and more individualized to each organization and each country. That's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you. We now give the floor to Nadia.
Okay, thank you for the question for PSAT Thailand. For me, if I'm elected as a RPO, I would like to conduct the event of mental health day and collaboration with several professionals in the field, and then we'll conduct the discussion and also webinars and also commemorations of mental health day, and also giving a discussion for those who needed the professional help, based on our know in society that professional help often used and also needed for those who need it. And we would like to hold not only webinars and also commemoration day, maybe we can also give a chance for open and public discussion for how to tackle the mental stress like that for the students. Absolutely. And from my experiences in collaborating and also contributing in future 11 newsletter, I'd like to recommend that giving space for people in expressing their ways to tackle with their mental health, and it's published in newsletter like that, giving another person strengths and also pray to tackle their own mental health like that. So not only webinars and also events like that, but also open discussion and also newsletters like that. Thank you.
Thank you. We are now moving on to the next comment from FJCPPHA Philippines.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for the floor. This is Joshua from FJCPPHA Philippines. I'd like to ask you two nominees to share with us the projects in which they've served as the overall project head, and how were the results of these projects? Thank you.
Thank you, FJCPHA Philippines. We now start with Nadia, followed by Rakma.
Okay, sorry for the clarification. It's how to tackle. Can it be?
Yep, so FJCPHA Philippines, if you can repeat your question, please.
I'd like to ask it, Josh from FJCPHA Philippines. I would like to ask it two nominees to share with us the projects in which they've served as the overall project head, and how are the results of these projects?
Thank you, FJCPHA Philippines, giving the floor back to Nadia.
Okay, thank you for the question for FGC PPH Philippines. So I'd like to, if I elected as a RPO for IPSF APRO, I'd like to execute my project that already planned and already stated in my in the blueprints of the projects with using several tools and also collaborations with another organizations in also the help from the directors and also managers. I'd like to conduct, of course, a discussion, open discussion like that, and also utilizing several tools like Notion and also Trello for tracking the progress, and also kindly checking the progress updates like monthly on or also weekly like that to my managers and also my directors. Is there any problem with the projects and etc. like that? And for the monthly routines meetings, I'd like to all the directors and managers would like to express the advices and also their ideas regarding the next campaign, the next project that IPSF APRO will hold like that. So I'm not only based on my my own project prints like that, but also giving the floor to my managers and also directors to give an advices regarding IPSF project like that.
Thank you, Nadia. We remind everyone to please introduce your name and your position once you are given the floor. So right now we are proceeding to the second candidate. Rahma, you have the floor.
Okay, so this is Rahma, the RPO nominee. So before I am answering the question, I would like to clarify that the question is my past experience as the project health and the result, or my plan as the project health and how I calculate the result. Can I get a clarification on that?
Thank you, Rahma. Please FJCPHA, if you can clarify.
Hello, Joshua from SJCPHA Philippines. I'd like to ask about the past projects that you've handled in which you've been the overall project head. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So for my past project, I think the most recent project that I've been the head is the Pharmacy Education Directorate on the Asia Pacific Pharmaceutical Symposiums. So maybe some of you has met me before at the IPPS, and the Pharmacy Education Directorate at the IPPS is responsible for the symposiums, workshops, and poster competitions. And we held 3 big symposiums with more than 100 participants, and then we also have 7 workshops, 5 educational and 2 cultural workshops, which each of the workshop is participated by approximately 30 students. Also for the poster competition, it is participated by 11 teams. We have accomplished to finish all the events by inviting numerous speakers that are known in its field. Like for the symposiums, we invited professors and then also doctors, PhD of industry, and then also clinical doctor, medical doctor that is specialized in its field. Also for the workshops, we invited numerous speakers from industries all around Indonesia. We fly them here to Yogyakarta to speak to all of the FPPS participants. And then for the poster competitions, we have pharmacy practice education as our main theme for the participants to join and to present their ideas in front of all FPPS participants. So as the IPPS has come to an end, I've received a lot of feedback from all the IPPS participants, like there must be some evaluation that must be repaired and must be evaluated for next event. But I'm confident, and most of the delegates have praised their satisfaction into the event that is under Pharmacy Education Directorate during the IPPS. So what I'm trying to say is that the result of Pharmacy Education Directorate that is supervised and directed by me has come to a great result during the IPPS, and I will try my best to continue my performance the same as my performance within IPPS and even more than that. Thank you.
Thank you to the candidates. We will now be entertaining the next new comment. But before we do so, we would just like to remind everyone, since we have two candidates now, you cannot ask only one candidate. You have to give general questions that both candidates can answer. So we will now be proceeding to the next new comment from NZEPSO New Zealand. You have the floor.
Thank you, Chair, from the floor. This is Naomi Knox from NZEPSO New Zealand. You both have public health as a key part of your vision for your plans for the next thingy. What do you think is the most important aspect of public health within the APRO? Thank you.
Thank you so much, NZEPSO New Zealand. We now go first to Rahma, then Nadia.
Okay, thank you for the question. This is Rahma RPO nominee. So what I think is the most important aspect of the public health in my blueprint or in my plan for the upcoming mandate is that I want to involve all the member organizations within the IPSF APRO to commemorate with us. So as my previous experience as the regional project subcommittee in the 2021-2022, I feel like the campaign or the commemoration of public health that is being posted on IPSF social media is only involving the public health committee. Like we haven't been engaging so much with the rest of the member organization while we are supposed to be performing as one team as IPSF APRO, not only as the public health committee. So I think that we need to expand our wings and engaging every single member organization to take part of the commemoration of the public health campaign itself. Because, for example, what I'm planning is that I've already set my plan, which World Health Day I want to commemorate during the whole mandate. And my plan is that one commemoration day is will be done by one member organizations. So all member organization will take turn to provide the material and provide the post that the infographic that will be posted in IPSF social media. So we can getting all ideas from all member organizations, making the most out of it and give them the best learning experience that our member organization are deserves to have. Thank you.
Thank you. The floor is with Nadia now.
Okay, thank you for the question. This is Nadia, the RPO nominee. So for me, the public health is one of the aspect more related to RPO. So for the public health, based on my experience in as a public health committee in IPSF Global, well, here there I'd like to commit and also conduct an event not only involving the speakers and also the members of IPSF in like a webinar or only IPSF APRO social media like a commemoration day like that, but also I would like to asking the involvement call of participation from IPSF APRO members, like making video challenge for the commemoration of Health Day like that. For example, for the medicine awareness and safety patient campaign like that, we'd like to ask the participations of IPSF APRO members making a past video challenge, past paper challenge that could be uploaded in IPSF APRO social media. So not only like a commemoration day as a content in IPSF APRO, but also would like to involve the IPSF APRO members to increase their engagement and also awareness regarding that by taking their involvement in call of participations like that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nadia, and to Rahma for answering the question. We now proceed to our next new comment from Christiani from FJC PHA Philippines. Christiani, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for the floor. Kishani Francisco from FJCPPHA Philippines. My question for the candidates is, could you share your vision for driving impactful projects, and how do you plan to collaborate with the Asia Pacific region community to achieve those goals? Thank you, and I'm passing the floor back to the chair.
Thank you. We now give the floor to Nadia to answer.
Okay, thank you for the question. So actually, would like to, this is Nadia, the nominee of our PO, and then here I'd like to collab with the organizations and also making interesting internship with collaboration with not only health-related organizations but also health-related companies such as maybe Daewoo and also MEMS and also drugs.com and etc like that, and also in collaboration with IFMSA, IPSA and IADS, and I'd like to, and how I would make it happen. I would like collaborate with the RRO and also my partnership in several organizations like that to conduct and also to send the proposal of collaboration with our organizations regarding internship, regarding competitions, regarding open discussions like that. So it possible for us to make a new path of a program that in collaboration with several organizations and also company like that. So not only making collaborations with organization, but also with global and multinational company that will be benefiting the pharmaceutical students to get a knowledge and also insights from them, from the practitioner pharma practitioners in their field like that. Thank you.
Thank you, Nadia. We now give the floor to Rakma to answer.
Okay, this is Rama, the RPO nominee. So my vision during the upcoming mandate is, if I got elected as the RPO of IPSF APRO, is that I want to cultivate a fun, safe, and culture-driven environment, which also align with the IPSF APRO objective and the WHO annual theme for 2024, which is health for all. So as already stated in my nomination form, I have mentioned that all the programs or the projects that from any of the portfolios, the three of them, I will try to make sure that all of them is being implemented as it passed, reaching its original goals. But I will make sure that all of the member organizations, not only my subcommittee, have a fun mandate, a safe environment, that they don't feel burnout, they don't feel like they're not enjoying the mandate, but we will work towards our goal, which is to make sure that the IPSF APRO objective that has been set by the chairpersons is fully achieved, and also in line with the WHO annual theme, which is health for all. This is why like most of my projects are related to the WHO programs, which is the health for all. And during the mandate, I will make sure that all member organization has the same experience, that it will be inclusive, to make sure that at the end of the mandate, everyone has learned something and at the same amount, or at least at the same experience, and they have something to come back to bring to the member of their association out of the regional projects program. That's for me. Thank you.
Thank you. We are now proceeding to the next new comment from BMFF Unair Indonesia. You have the floor.
Thank you, Chair, for the floor. I'm Yoga from BMFF Indonesia. I'm always particularly interested in the topic of waste management. We know from the pharmaceutical industry, sometimes they contribute to the chemical waste that is harmful to the environment. How do you think we, as a pharmacy student, can act to tackle this issue? Thank you. Giving the floor back to the chair.
Thank you, BMFF Unair. We now give the floor to Rakma first to answer.
Okay, thank you. This is Rahma, RPO nominee. So for chemical waste management, especially here in Indonesia, or at least in my university, at our first semester, we have get the class about green chemistry. So I think as pharmacy students, we are able to take part of the chemical waste management by learning more about the green chemistry itself. But I think about green chemistry is not widely being discussed and not widely being properly teach at class, even though that this is one of the most important things in the world right now, especially with the global climate change and everything. So I think what we can do to tackle this problem from us as a pharmacy students, first of all, is by raising awareness about the importance of the understanding of the chemical waste management. The first is by learning more and understanding more about the green chemistry itself. It can be provided by giving seminars, webinars, and then training from the experts in its field to give us a better understanding of what we can do to tackle the issues, especially if we go back a little to my nomination forms. I also mentioned that in my pharmacy education portfolio, I would like to have a pharmacy career fair, and then we can put that green chemistry things into the pharmacy career fair, because it can be a future job like environmental analyst from the pharmacy side to make sure that the chemical waste produced by pharmaceutical industry is well produced and can be recycled into a new thing, or at least not harming the environment. So that's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Rakma. We now give the floor to Nadia.
Okay, thank you for the floor. This is Nadia, the RPO nominee. So it's in line with my experiences in IPSF APRO, joining a project called Solve It APRO. It's a project that in collaboration with foundation from Philippines called Mother Earth Foundation. And at that event, my team and I collaborated and also tackled the waste management with proposal with the namely recaption, recycle, act for pioneer action as a thermal waste management and awareness solution. In that proposal, we stated that the pharmaceutical industry is not only have to manage their waste as well, but also have to using the environmental friendly packagings and also products like that. So in that proposal too, we stated the flow of the chart that regarding the pharmaceutical waste come from, and then analyze how it's handled and tackled in our society, in our country, Indonesia, and can be adopted to another country where the Mother Earth Foundation is located, and it is in Philippines, like that. So in that proposal, we are not only analyzing the problem of the waste in Asia Pacific, but also precisely how to tackle the environmental itself by giving several options and also key performance indicator that can be applied in sari-sari store in the Philippines, like that. So by this, I stated that as a RPO, I have a value and also have an idea to tackle the waste management, of course, that in line with these experiences, like that. Thank you.
Thank you. We are now moving on to our next question from the delegate from BMFF Indonesia. You have the
Thank you for the floor, Chair. My name is Evelyn, the CP of BMFF Indonesia. First of all, thank you for your wonderful nominations. Now to my question. As we know, APRO Focus Project is one of the main projects of the RPO portfolio, as it allows CPs to be involved and collaborate on an IPSF project. How are you going to ensure all CPs receive the same opportunity to participate in this project and be actively involved in it? Passing the floor back to the chair. Thank you.
Thank you, BMFF Indonesia. We now give the floor to Nadia first to answer.
Okay, thank you for the question. This is Nadia as a nominee for RPO. For giving all CP has the same opportunity to the focus project, I'd like to divide the group based on the CPs. Based on the goal of the focus project itself. For example, a focus project and in collaboration for World Environmental Day like that. So for all the CPs, we need to divide the CPs based on their specific country, so they can be so they can collaborate and to tackle the precisely matter that focus project itself like that. So by giving a opportunity for the CPs in the same country discussing about the problem in the field like that, and also tackling the program like that, every CP has a chance to speak up and collaborate more regarding the reality of their countries like that. So for me, it's valuable to dividing the team as well as good. And also, I'd like to conduct the webinars and also trainings for all the CPs, how to collaborate in a pro focus project and what's our goal together that we have to achieve. And so that by giving a proper group divides and has enough training like that, so all the CPs has the same floor to collaborate more in the pro focus project.
Thank you, Nadia. We now give the floor to Rahman.
Okay, this is Rahma, the RPO nominee. Thank you for the questions. So how to ensure that all the CPs will have the same experience and same opportunities during the APRO Focus project? For this matter, as I stated in my nomination form, that for my the upcoming APRO Focus project, if I got elected as the RPO, I will make the APRO Focus project focus on sustainable development goals and collaborating with stakeholders, which the event itself will including workshops, training sessions, and will equip the CPs and all participants essential skill in SDGs, social entrepreneurship, innovation, and project pitching. So how to ensure that all CPs will have the same experience and the same opportunities is, as we know that sometimes there are people that are hard to be contacted or they're not really active in the associations. So I will try my best to collaborate with the RRO also as the main gate communication to the CPs, to ensure that every CPs has already received the same amount of information needed that they can pass to their respective associations. And if we see any CPs facing any difficulties in collaborating within the APRO Focus project, I will have the 101 session with each CPs that it's in need to have a personal assistance. So I will make sure that the CPs and the association itself has the experience they deserve and they don't face any difficulties or they don't face any problem that's supposed to be able to be tackled within the IPSF APRO itself, that I will prevent something happening that's supposed to be prevented like that. So for communication matter, I will try my best to reach all the CPs so they will have the same experience and the opportunities. And for the rest, the event itself will continue with workshops, training sessions, and the best training for them to equip them with social entrepreneurship, innovation, and project pitching. Thank you.
Thank you. We are now moving on to the next new comment from BMFF UNAIR Indonesia. You have the
Thank you for the floor, Chair. I'm Jennifer from BMFF UNAIR, and I would like to ask, based on your observation on the project launch during the 22 and 23 mandate, please elaborate a new idea to further improve the overall performance of the project you think is the most important and urgent to be reached out. Thank you. Passing the floor back to the Chair.
Thank you, BMFF UNAIR. We now give the floor to Rahma to answer first.
Okay, thank you for the question. This is Rahma, RPO nominee. So the thing that I want to evaluate from the previous mandate and what I want to improve in the upcoming mandate is that I want to involve more of the member organizations. As I mentioned before, like the World Health Commemoration Days, I want to make that all the member organizations taking part of the Global Commemoration Day of IPSF APRO itself, and then also for the professional development portfolio, I want to bring back the interprofessional collaboration project, because us as a pharmacist, we are working in the healthcare settings, and we are not alone. We have fellow healthcare professionals that will work with us, and it is fast that we know how to communicate our needs to ensure patient safety and everything with the other healthcare workers. So I want to bring back the international collaboration project within the professional development. And then for the pharmacy educations, I don't know, maybe this is the problem that I've faced or I've heard around, surrounding me. Like there's a lot of pharmacy graduates that not really understand what is their future career, or they don't really know where should they bring their feet to. And then that's why I want to bring the pharmacy career fair to give a better view of our member associations to our member organizations, that what can they do in the upcoming future for their careers like that. And then for the public health itself, I want to make it more collaborative with the rest of the portfolio. Like the public health is not standing alone. It's not all about campaign, but we will also collaborate with the PE portfolio for the article submission for the World Health Month. So we're not working one by one, but we work together as a team. Thank you.
Thank you. We now go to Nadia to answer.
Okay, thank you for the question. This is Nadia, the nominee for the RPO. The first strategy that I'd like to implement is to increasing the opportunity and also availability of IPSF informations regarding IPSF programs, and specifically the public health, professional development, and also pharmaceutical education by sending the information emails of IPSF programs within a month, every month in every single members of IPSF APRO, so they will aware of the events that going on, and also updated of the info for the within the month, especially like for the example for this month, for the August, I'd like to collaborate with the RRO to send the information letter by the emails for the all IPSF APRO members, so they will aware what's the program of IPSF APRO's projecting right now currently like that. But not only that, I would like to increasing the number and also availability of internship based on my experiences in applying the IPSF APRO internship. Due to the limited number of the limited quota and also opportunity, it's not a lot of pharmaceutical students who have opportunity to take a part in internship in global pharmaceutical company like that. So if I elected as the RPO, I'd like to increasing the opportunity and availability of IPSF information, and also increasing the number and availability of internship itself by collaborating with another health-related organizations like UN Youth and also IPSMA, and also another health-related organizations, and also company like Daewoo, and also Alliance, and etc. like that. Thank you.
Thank you to the candidates. We now proceed to the new comment from Ms. Mafarsi, Indonesia. You have the floor.
Thank you, Chair, for the floor. Gita from ISMA Farsi Indonesia. I see that both candidates have a lot of experience on your nomination forms, and I would like to ask about your plans on managing your time between being the RPO of APRO, your studies, and other things. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Mafarsi, Indonesia. We now go to Nadia to answer first.
Okay, thank you for the floor. This is Nadia for the RPO nominee, and the time and project management of mine is based on my role and my presence to impact in that place. So for the regional project officer, I need to serve more, to impact more for conducting public health, professional development, and also pharmaceutical education in regional scale. I'd like to commit and to spare my time more and contribute more to this organization to hold more innovative programs that needed to be held. Like as previously I said, to increase the public health programs such as interregional and interprofessional projects or campaigns, and the professional development by increasing the number of internship opportunity and etc. And also for the pharmaceutical education, such a new initiative regarding pharmaceutical data management like that. And of course, by doing my study my academic study and also my job in this RPO if I elected. Of course, I use the Eisenhower graphic like that by spiriting the urgency, the urgency and also time that needed for the impact that I would like to give in organization. Of course, in this case, as IPSF is a really needed a lot of commitment for me, so I'd like to give and spare my time during as if I elected as RPO as well, using the Eisenhower graph like that, and also using another tools like a Notion and also Trello like that to track my progress and also my to track my progress and also my subcommittee's progress and also doing the meetings and etc. like that. So by using tools and by using the Eisenhower graphs and also based on my principle that I'd like to be resilient to be an RPO in this IPSF APRO. So I state that I can handle my time and also project very well. Thank you.
Thank you, Nadia. We now go to Rahma to answer.
Okay, thank you for the question. This is Rahma, the RPO nominee. So my plan for managing time between the APRO, my study, and other things is that now I'm the professional pharmacist. On my professional studies, it will be a 1-year-long program, so it will run at the same time as the RPO mandate if I got elected. But I think it's not a major problem for me because like most of the study program will be held on the day, and then the APRO program or the RPO project will be discussed later in the day, and then most of the competition or the projects also held in the weekend. So for that thing, for the time management for that one is not a major problem. I will do everything based on the urgency, based on which is more important and more need to be done quicker. And then for the rest to track on like my subcommittee's schedule. At first, at the beginning of the mandate, if I got selected as the RPO, I will ask for their rough schedule within the year, like maybe their exam schedule, or if they have internship in the industry, or they have internship in somewhere else. I will ask for their schedule, and I will make sure that anything I plan, like meeting or projects presentation or anything, is not disturbing their own schedule, because I want to respect my subcommittees and my member schedule also, not only my time management. That way I can achieve the fun and safe environment for my subcommittee. Thank you.
Thank you to the candidates for answering. We now have a new comment from NAPSA Australia. NAPSA Australia, the floor is yours.
To the floor, Chair. It's Gage Eid from NAPSA Australia. Now, health campaigns cannot be successful without student engagement. So how would you seek to increase individual student engagement in public health, professional development, and pharmacy education campaigns? Thank you.
Thank you, NAPSA Australia. So apologies to ISMA Farsi Indonesia since we started a new comment. We will just be proceeding to the answers from the candidates, then we will be proceeding to the procedural motion. So yep, we will be giving the floor now to Rahma to answer.
Okay, thank you for the question. This is Rama, the RPO committee. So the question is that how to increase individual engagement within all the portfolios. So I think that what IPSF APRO can do, the communication is asked to the CPs that what the most or the biggest responsibilities of all the CPs, like they are the representation of the respective association. So what we can do is like approaching all the respective CPs, like providing them with the all information needed and making sure that they have passed the information given to their respective member organizations. So in that way, all of the pharmacy students that are under the IPSF APRO can have the same opportunities, the same information about the projects within the IPSF APRO, and in that way, it will increase the individual engagement of all APRO members. And we will like approach all the CPs, reminding them how important it is to have the full engagement of all member individuals, because actually sometimes the member organizations, like the individual student, it's not that they don't want to participate, or it's not they cannot participate, but they don't know the informations, or they don't have the confidence to being involved, or like joining the competitions, or they don't feeling confident with their writing skills to submit article or anything. So in that way, what we can do is by approaching the CPs and making sure that the CP understand how important it is to provide the experience for our member organizations, and we can ask the CPs what their member organization needs. If they feel not confident, then we will support them with trainings. If they feel like they don't have the right amount of experience, then we will provide them with internships. If they feel like they need to know more about the project before they joining the project, then we will provide them with workshops like that. So we will just make sure that everyone get what they need. Therefore, everyone will get the same experience, and it will increase the individual engagement. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahma. We have Nadia next.
Okay, thank you for the question. This is Nadia, the RPO nominee. So the first strategy that I'd like to imply is the first is make awareness of IPSF APRO to respective CPs and also each organization to make a obligatory introductory organizations of IPSF at the prospect period to the freshman students of pharmaceutical students like that, because based on the reality that not all of my friends that come from the same pharmacy major knows what IPSF APRO is. So that's why we need to make an obligatory introductory IPSF APRO organizations at the freshman students like that, the first one. And the second one is with the collaboration with the regional relations officer and each CP from each countries. I'd like to increasing the opportunity and availability of IPSF informations regarding IPSF programs, and also specifically the programs of RPO using the email blast like that. So by using email blast like that for each IPSF member, they will aware of what program of IPSF that is or ongoing like that, and what's next like that. So I think for the increasing engagement, the first one is to make an introductory for them, and also to engage more is to increasing the opportunity and also availability of IPSF information. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the candidates. So we have Ms. Mafarsi Indonesia with a procedural motion. Gita, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you, Chair, for the floor. Gita here from ISMA Farsi Indonesia. I'd like to propose that we proceed into the closed discussion. Thank you.
You, Gita, do we have any seconders? Seconded by FJCPHA Philippines. We are now voting on this. All those against, please put a Y on the chat box. I see none. As there are no abstains, this motion has been carried, and we are now proceeding to the closed discussion. As with yesterday,